welcome to another video for Auto Solutions Checkpoint. It's becoming too much of a regular fixture here. I'm up to no good again. I'm actually on my way to see a w221 s320 Mercedes 2009 model. For any of you that know me, you know what I'm like with Mercedes. I absolutely love Mercedes cars, the older ones. Like before Renault took them over and they became like machine built, just tack. But anyway, I always liked the W221. I've had a couple of them previously. Absolutely love them. It's like a love-hate relationship, you know. But aye, I'm going to look at another one. It's silver, 2009 S320. It's got 160,000 miles on the clock. Now, to be the big rain cloud, there's a transmission problem. Apparently it was the mechanic had diagnosed it as needing like a transmission control module or something. But I'm led to believe parts have been not put back on and it's been dropped off at the customer. Customers just allowed it to sit, and the air suspension has obviously let go just with the flat batteries, so it's sitting on its arse. So I'm going to put a jump pack on it and see if I can get it going. If I can get it going, at the end of the day, he's got it advertised the price he wants it, obviously. But if I can't get it going, or if I don't think it's up to scratch, I'll not be paying anywhere near what he wants for it. Fingers crossed, it's something I can do something with. Failing that, see if the car's a breaker, I'm going to buy it as a breaker. I'm going to make an offer and flipping slap him in the nuts basically with an offer. At the end of the day, you don't get what you don't ask for, you know. So just watch this space. We might have a nice silver S-Class on the channel, whether it's to break or put back on the roads. This here one's silver. It's got tinted windows, 19-inch wheels, black leather seat. So there's no harm in looking. As I said before, anybody that looks on Gumtree and Marketplace and that, and they would rather judge from the wee armchair without actually going and having a look, they'll never ever get a decent car. These are the absolute wrong-uns, time wasters. Just get up off your backside and go and look at a vehicle, because you never know your luck. You might find a wee diamond in the dirt. So we're a couple of minutes away from the place. I'm just waiting in traffic. But yeah, I had the urge to get another S-Class because I missed that black one that I had. It went to Newcastle. I just want one again. I've no need for it, but I want one. And I thought, well, I'll get a wee project. I'll get a cheaper one and hopefully fix it up and sell it and make a wee turn on it. It is absolutely murder here. Been sitting in this queue for the past maybe 10 minutes. I'm half a mile away. Just my luck. Okay, so we're just approaching the S-Class now. Really having a clue where I'm going to get parked here. I think I'll just pull in here. Yeah.
Aye, this is a bit corroded.
Yeah.
I can't believe that the mechanics took the I knew the W140s really well, but these ones. Yeah, tyres, it's got a brand new tyre in the back.
Yeah. It's happened. W221. Nice. It's a shame it's a banger, I'll probably end up breaking this. Okay, so we've now got it loaded on. That's us ready to take it, see what its fate is. Chances are it will be getting broken, because I do feel it's needing quite a lot of work. But don't forget to like and subscribe or not, and we'll keep you updated with the process of this one, whether it's been salvaged or broken. Okay, so we've got a 2009 W221 s320. Going to run a diagnostic scan and see what's what. There's a fully charged battery being installed, that's in good health. We've got it plugged in to the RT Diag 800 BT, which is supplied by Top Done. We're doing a full scan of the vehicle and see what it will be coming up with. The base of the trailer is absolutely plastered in automatic transmission fluid. What the previous, and I use in the lightest words, the last mechanic that looked at this here, I really don't know what they've done or how they've went about diagnosing it. The story I got with it just seemed a bit vague, and there wasn't a lot of kind of information that you could put together and come up with a solution. So basically it's a stab in the dark of how we're going to find out what's what with it. Ideally, if I can get it to start, then I know more what I'm working with. I would hate to obviously sort the transmission and then find out the engine's a wrong one. You know, I haven't heard this running. Obviously at the price, I can't really grumble. Aye, it's the risk we take, isn't it? Buying non-runners. Okay, let me see what we've got here. So quite possibly, I'm nearly sure something's been removed from underneath. So that could be quite plausible as to why there's oil coming out from it. So to start it, see if you can hear it now. The inside it is quite nice for 169,000 mile. You just require a good valet inside. But it's been quite well looked after. 5 owners from new. As far as all the electrics are concerned, inside everything works. Back seats are in lovely condition as well. Nice wee vanity mirrors. Bodywork on it's not too bad. It's got a couple of little rust scabs. Well, paint scabs. They're not actually rusted through yet. You walk around it, it's actually quite tidy at the back. If this here one was to get fixed, I reckon there may be good coin in it. They're good runners, even at that mileage. They're good runners, but just hopefully we can get it running as good as it looks. Nice 19-inch AMG wheels. It's also got a toolbar underneath. There's a wee button inside it, and it electrically puts your toolbar outside. Very good. Nice tinted windows. It's got the wee shark fin on the roof for the sat nav. Tinted back lights. Yeah, all round very nice. Just obviously the wheels could do with a nice tidy up. It's got the Xenons. But very tidy for a 2009. It's just dirty. It's all that there. It's just all surface dust that we clean up. So it's a Monday morning and we're going to be dropping the s320 down at the original back cave. To some of you already have seen the place in the previous videos. It's a hellhole, but I'll be putting it in beside the E55, and usually when a car goes in there it never is heard of or seen again, but I'm hoping this isn't the case. I really do not want to break it. I've had the weekend, well, I've had from Saturday to think it over, and it's just too good of a car to dismantle. But who's to say? Like, I haven't heard it running. Who's to say if I fix the transmission, would the engine run right? You know, that's where it gets complicated. It's going in beside the E55 just now, and I'll spend a couple of weeks. I'll spend maybe a few hours a week on it, see if I can manage to sort it. But I'm nearly 100% sure I know what it is that's causing the transmission problem, but I haven't heard the engine running. So I could spend all that money fixing the transmission and the engine turns out it's a wrong one. So I'm just bearing that in mind, that I could end up throwing money at something I'm going to end up dismantling, but I'm not gonna curl up at the first hurdle. I'm going to get it offloaded and just have a wee look. I'll jack it up have a wee look, see what is missing from the underside, because I'm convinced something's missing. But I feel, for argument's sake, if something is missing from underneath, I will take the risk and get what it needs. I'm not gonna, I'll set my target, maybe 700 quid I'll spend at it before I decide I'm gonna break it. It's just a bit daunting, but someone's got to do it. So, as you have probably noticed, I absolutely love Mercedes cars. This is a Daimler-Benz, that's a Daimler-Benz, but this here one's the genuine E55 w221 AMG. It was built in a separate factory. These here were the last of the hand-built E55 AMGs. This here one is a diesel. It's got AMG rims, so they felt the need to put AMG on the back of it. But it's still just as much lovable. I'm just hoping that we can manage to turn this here one round and get it sorted. It would be so good to get this out on the road. Likewise with this here one. I'm just in two minds what to do with this here one, so you never know. It might be coming soon to an eBay listing near you. But right, this here one's in. I think I'll give it a wee jack up and see what could potentially be missing from underneath. Don't quote me on it, but I'm nearly 100% sure something's missing. Considering the diagnostics equipment was saying there was no communication with it, could either mean a corrupt TCU or a lack of TCU, and the fact that somebody has been in at it before me and the previous keeper was quite vague with his answers. You know, I'm expecting anything, you know. The vehicle was sitting on its backside whenever I'd lifted it, so I couldn't get underneath it and confirm it. But considering the oil that's on my trailer, which is ATF fluid, indicates to me that something's missing from underneath. So that's where we are with it. I'm going to get it propped up and see what the deal is underneath. I'm just looking at it along the side, like there is minimum wear or tear. There's a wee tiny car park dink, but it's phenomenal condition considering it's got a few wee bubbles here and there. That paintwork does appear to be original. So I've got it jacked up. The only thing is, somebody has been in the yard. They've took my yard jack and my axle stands because they're no longer here. I'm having to use this old dilapidated jack. It's got a wheel missing. The other jacks are absolutely goose, but I had a yard jack and axle stands and they've all went missing. So I'll be having a word with any of the ones in the yard and see what the fuck it is. Hi guys, sorry for the poor video, but I'm now underneath it, looking at the transmission box. The wee brackets that hold the sump on, there's only two. So there's one here and one over on this far side. All the rest are missing, brackets loose. There's also a little plug here as well. Chances are the TCU is not there for it. I'm actually going to maybe contact the guy I bought it off to get the details of the garage, to see if they have them wee bits. Like, I mean, how hard will it be to get these? Because you don't generally see, well, I haven't seen any S-classes in breakers yards. Will this be a thing for eBay or what? But aye, so this is the start of my problems. Obviously, regardless if the TCU is in here or not, it's obviously got a problem. Someone's backed away from this. Don't know where it's been down to cost or whatever, or whether the owner's been overcharged for something, and maybe they didn't want to go with that quote. I don't know. But aye, that's where I am with it. So holding the sump on, we've only got two E10s. So we've got one here and then one over at the far side over here. So we're going to remove them and lower the sump pan off. I'm making the assumption there's no oil in this, considering the condition it's been left. But I'll know about it if I get covered in ATF fluid. But I would say the biggest majority of it ended up on the trailer. So my gut feeling was correct. So don't know if you can see this, right? Right, so it's completely empty, no TCU in sight. Realistically, I'm not 110% sure what the right part will be for this. I can only go by the code that come up on my diagnostic system of potentially what it should have in this. I think it's like a Y3. I'm not even going to begin to guess the rest. It was like 8NR or something. Carry on like that. But I need to get the exact one for it, and I couldn't find it on eBay last night. There's plenty of others, but that in particular code, I couldn't find anything for it. But I think that's absolutely ridiculous that they've went as far as, you know, they've went as far as doing this here. It's got the actual filter for your sump inside it. So in amongst this filter, there's loads of these inside, but there's no any brackets for up here. I was kind of hoping when I heard them jingling about in there that there'd be something for it. So all I've got is the sump, the filter. I don't have a TCU. I've probably got about 8 screws. So anybody that's watching this, if you've done one of these before, what am I missing? Like, obviously the TCU's missing, but is there some kind of mount for the filter to go onto? I would say roughly the filter would be going here, but is there anything that holds it in steady? Hopefully somebody out there can let me know. So my suspicions have been confirmed. Aye, it's a bit of a pig's ear, I know, but at the end of the day, have I bought a lemon? I'm trying my best not to think that way. I would like to think it's now in the right hands, and try a TCU in it. The only kind of hurdle I'm going to find with this here is getting brackets that hold the sump of that transmission in. I'm just trying to think positive about this ordeal. I can't really complain considering I got it very cheap. Must be the cheapest one in the country for an S320 CDI. But here we are. So it's going to sit down here for the foreseeable future till I can get my finger out and do something with it. But you stay tuned. There might be a happy ending with this one, or I might be taking it and getting it crushed. Either way, you guys will know what the next step will be with it.